Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys a really awesome website that all movie lovers should be on. It's basically like social media, but for movie lovers. The name of the website is called Letterboxd. So it is basically a social platform for movie lovers. Think of it like a mix between IMDb, Goodreads, and a movie diary, but better. So here's what you can do on Letterboxd. You can log the movies you watch, kind of like a journal or diary of everything you've ever seen. You can rate movies. You can write reviews on movies. You can make and browse movie lists. You can follow other users to see what your friends or other film critics are watching and reviewing. You can discover new films through trending reviews, lists, or recommendations. All right, so next I'm gonna show you how you can set up your account. You're gonna click the green button where it says Get Started, it's free. And from there, you're gonna type in your email address, create or pick a username, type in your password, check the box that says that you're at least 16 years old and that you accept the terms of use and that you accept the privacy policy. And then you're gonna click on the I am human button and then from there you can finally click sign up. All right, so give it a second to log you in. And now it has brought you basically to a welcome page welcoming you to Letterboxd. You're gonna wanna go check your email, the same email that you signed up with. And you're gonna want to just go into your email, click into that email, and then click validate your account. That way your account can be validated. All right, now that that's done, we can go ahead and finish setting up your profile. In order to create your profile, you're gonna wanna scroll on down to the bottom of the welcome page where it says next up, complete your profile. And there you can click into a direct link that takes you straight to your profile in order to create it. You'll notice that your username is already filled out. From there, all you have to do is type in your first, last name. Your email address is already put in for you. So from there, you type in your location. If you have a website, you can add that. You can write a small little bio if you choose. And they have, if you would like to add custom posters. And then if you scroll down, you notice it says replies. And you can choose whether you want anyone to reply to you or only friends or people who you follow. So you can adjust that to your preference. And then you can check off include profile in the members section. And then you can check whether you would like to see adult content or not. It says include in content from friends in search and show adult posters. I left that blank because I didn't want to see all that. And then when you're done with all of that, you can go ahead and save all your changes. And then my favorite part is putting your 4 top favorite films. So you can click into these little squares and add the plus sign, search up and type in one of your favorite films, click it, and then add it to your favorite films. So that way, whenever anyone sees your profile, they can see your 4 top favorite films, or just for your own personal use for you to keep track of it yourself. And in case you want to reorder your movies, all you have to do is just click and drag them and you can literally reorder them just like that in case you want to put them in a different order than they already are. So here are my 4 top favorite films. And when you are done putting your 4 favorites, all you have to do is scroll back down to the bottom and click save changes and then you're done. So in the next section after profile, basically here's where you can change your password if ever needed. If for, let's say for instance, you got locked out of your account, or for whatever reason you had to change your password. You can also enable a 2-factor authentication, and that will also add an extra level of protection or security to your account by requiring more than just a password to sign in. So the next section says avatar, and it's pretty self-explanatory. Here in this section, you are going to upload or select a new avatar, or you can just upload any profile picture of your choice. Now, you must keep in mind that avatars must be either JPEG or PNG format and with a maximum dimensions of 4096 pixels. So the next section is called connections. So basically all this does is that it enables you to connect your Twitter account to display a link on your profile page and to be able to grab your avatar picture from Twitter and apply it to your Letterboxd account. So it says you can share Letterboxd links on X, formerly known as Twitter, without connecting your account. So learn about auto-publishing your content to other platforms. So if you wish to connect your X or Twitter account, just hit connect and it'll allow you to do that. So the next tab is called notifications, and basically all it is allows you to toggle on and off to enable or disable certain notifications that you would like. The first section is email notifications. You have your general notifications, and then you have your push notifications for iOS as well as Android. So the next section is stores and streaming, and all that section really is a page that tells you where you can watch or buy that movie either digitally or physically. So basically for the streaming services, it lists platforms where the movie is currently available to stream, such as like Netflix, Prime Video, Hulu, HBO Max, and so on. And then also whether there's a rental or purchase option, and then where you can purchase physical copies of the movie either in DVD or Blu-ray. So you'll notice it says Amazon, DVD, Blu-ray, etc. And then you can select primary store or select secondary store. And then below that, it seems like a UK store. It says UK physical media. So it's like where in the UK you can buy a physical movie. And then below that, it says Apple TV, including iTunes. So then it has it says select primary store and then select secondary store. So you can go through this if you choose or decide to. And then it says on the bottom, upgrade to a pro account to select and filter by additional services you subscribe to. It says become a pro to the right if you hit that orange button, but that is obviously an upgrade and you would have to obviously pay for these additional features. And then lastly, there's the data tab, and all this says is account data, import data to your account or export your account in CSV format. So you're able to import or export your data, and you can click on either one of those buttons in order to do that. So that's pretty much it for the profile section. And from there, I would click on the film section up top, and I would click films and then start adding films that I've either have already seen or that I haven't seen and that I would like to add to the watch list. I would also start hearting some films, adding them to my favorites list. So the eye helps you keep track of films that you've already watched, and the heart helps you to favorite your favorite films. Basically, you're showing some love for your favorite films. And then you'll notice 3 dots, and the 3 dots will allow you to either rate it, whether you want to rate it 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 stars. It allows you to show your activity, to log or review a film, which we will get to very shortly. Whether you want to add it to your watch list, add it to a list, like a movie list, or show in list, or also where to watch. So you have all these different options when you click the 3 dots. So you'll notice as you hover over a film, you will show the eye icon, the heart, and the 3 dots. So it will allow you to choose either whether you've watched the video, whether you want to favorite or heart the video. So it'll allow you to choose whether you have already seen or watched the film, whether you would like to heart or favorite the film, or whether you would like to do another option, which can be accessed by the 3 dots. So it's super simple. You just hover over it and then click the one you want based upon whether you've seen the film, whether you haven't, whether you want to see it, or whether you like the film or not. And you can also leave a review this way very easily. So now I'm just selecting the eye icon and I'm just specifying the films that I've already seen or watched. So now I am clicking the heart and I am adding movies or films to my favorite list that are some of my favorite movies that I have seen. And now here I am just clicking the 3 dots and then I'm clicking add to watch list, and now I'm adding movies to my watch list that I haven't seen before but would like to watch in the future. Now let's say for instance you're adding movies to your watch list, but you've never seen the movie before, so you don't really know what it's about. So you can click into the film itself and it'll take you to basically what it's about. It'll show you a little bio about what the movie is about, and you can read that before you add it to your watch list, so you can make a decision whether you want to watch it or not. And as you scroll down, you'll also notice there's a lot of reviews on the movie as well. So if you want to base your opinion on whether the movie was good or not based on the reviews, you can do that, as well as the ratings. So you can look at the reviews and the ratings of the movie or film right before you watch it to see whether it's even worth your time to watch the film. Now I'm going to show you how you can log a movie. All you have to do is go up top in the green button where it has the plus sign and says log. You're just going to click into there, and then a new window will open. It says add to your films. So from here, you can search any film that you have already watched, and I'm going to click into it. And now it says I watched Uncharted, and then it says watched on with a check mark on the box. So all you have to do is fill in that date according to the day that you actually watched it. And then you'll notice the box next to it to the right says I've watched this before. You can check that off if you are rewatching this movie and if it's not your first time watching it. The box below that, it says add a review. Here you obviously add your review, So you can type in whatever you want based on how you liked or didn't like the movie. And you'll notice as I start writing my review, a box below that will then say contains spoilers, and you can check off whether your review contains spoilers or not. So for those who have not seen the movie before, they will know that your review has spoilers and not to click into it unless they want to know some things before they watch the movie. But if they don't want to know spoilers, they will be cautioned, hey, this review contains spoilers, so they will read one without spoilers, hopefully. And then below that is tags, so you can just put different tags with hashtags according to what you're talking about to make it easier to find in case you do want other members to be able to find your review. And then next to that, you have the rating. So you can rate it how many stars you felt the movie was, whether you want to do 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 stars. And you can also like it by adding a heart, which will then add this movie to your favorites list. And then when you're done with everything, all you do is click save and you are done. Congratulations, you have officially logged your first movie and left your first review. As easy as that. So after you finish logging your first film, you can hit that little lightning bolt symbol and it will show all your activity, and you can see your very last thing you just have done, and it will show that I have reviewed the movie Uncharted, and it will show me the rating I gave it as well as the review, and it'll also be logged on your diary. So when you click into diary, you will also see it there and whatever else you have watched also as well. All the diary is, it literally keeps track of all the movies you've watched and your reviews and ratings and so forth. And next is films, and when you click on films, you can see all the popular films from this week, and you can also browse films by year, rating, what's popular, genre, service, or other, or you can just type in the box, find a film, and search a film that way as well. Now I'm going to show you how you can create your own list. All you do is come up to the top, click on list. So from there, you'll click on start your own list. So now it says new list at the top. The name of your list, what you would like to call your list, which is important so you know what's the whole point of the list. What type of movies are you trying to group together? I would start with genres because it's easier that way in my personal opinion. And then you have your tags. Tags are as usual, you just put a hashtag and then put words, keywords that will obviously have something to do with what you're talking about in regards to the list. And then you also have an option that says who can view. You can choose from anyone or the people you follow, whether you want it to be a public list or a private list, like only a list that you would see, or if you want your followers or people that follow you to be able to see the list as well. So you can also check out ranked lists and show position for each film. To the right, you can add a description describing what your list is about, which is super important. And then you can add films. It says add, you'll see a green button that says add a film. And you can add or import several films that you want to go into your list. And then once you are done with everything, you can go ahead and click on save. And then you have just created your first list. Now to see everything you've just done in Letterboxd thus far, under your username, basically is a drop-down menu. You'll just click on profile and you can see everything you've done in your profile so far to see how it looks. So we're actually gonna click into where it says my recent list, which is the list I just created. So we're gonna click into there and it shows me my movie list I have just created. So what I love about Letterboxd is that it's super easy to navigate and to get around the website. So when you come up top, you'll see your username, and then it's like a drop-down menu. When you click on that drop-down menu, you'll notice it says home, profile, films, diary, reviews, watch list, list, likes, tags, network, settings, subscriptions, and then sign out. So this is another way to navigate the website. And then next to that, you'll notice it's sort of like a lightning bolt symbol. This just shows all your activity, everything you've last done within Letterboxd. And next is films, which we discussed earlier in the video, so I'm not going to go over it again. Next is lists. You will see there's featured lists, top 250 narrative feature films, most fans on Letterboxd, and a 1 million watch club. And you can obviously start your own list as I've shown you guys earlier. Next is members. You'll see all the different members that are on Letterboxd. And here's where you can find different people to follow. And then after that is journal. This is sort of like a blog / newsletter type thing. So you can just read different articles on movies and things of that nature. And then the little spyglass is of course a search bar where you can search your movies. And then after that is obviously the green log button, which you've already went through. So another easy way to navigate Letterboxd is also just going in this lower tab right here where it says activity. This just keeps track of everything that you've last or recently done within Letterboxd. Next is films. It will show you all the films you have ever watched. Then next is diary, basically where you keep a log of all the movies you've watched and your reviews and your ratings on them. And then next is your reviews, which is self-explanatory. It keeps track of your reviews that you've written on movies. And then next is your watch list. It keeps track of all the movies you would like to watch but you haven't watched yet that you would like to watch in the future. Then next is list. It keeps track of all your list of movies you've made and however you want to group them. And then next is likes. It keeps track of all the movies you have favorited or liked. And then next is tags. Any sort of tags you've used will be in here and will enable people to find your content better. And then lastly is network. You're able to follow or unfollow people or block someone if in the event you had to block someone. Well, that's pretty much it for Letterboxd. That's all there is to it. If you got any value out of this video at all, be sure to drop me a like, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.